Aloha, my name is Christina, and welcome to Pilates for those who sit for work. Okay, I know this is going to be a lot of you. Sometimes when I sit down to edit, I'm so engrossed in what I'm doing, I have no idea how I'm sitting until hours later when I try to get up. So most people, when they're sitting for long periods of time, they'll round forward with their shoulders, so the front of the shoulders will be really tight. The head will kind of jet forward, so the neck starts to bother you. You'll be kind of slouching through your low back. So your hips are going to be really tight and your low back is going to be really tight. Today will be part one. We'll do a full 30-minute workout addressing all those issues. We'll do lots of upper back strengthening to kind of help open through the shoulders. We'll do glutes and hamstrings to kind of help open the front of the hips. And then as always, we're going to do abs. And then part two is going to be a short 10-minute series that you can do at work or maybe on your break. So come on down and let's get started. We're going to start standing today. So maybe your feet are just kind of like hip bone distance apart. You're just going to reach the right arm up to the ceiling. Maybe your left hand is on your thigh and you're going to slide the hand down to just do a really nice side stretch over. So you're just reaching out through the right fingertips, lengthening to the side of the waist. Good. Hold there for maybe just a few more seconds. And then come all the way up and do the same thing on the other side. So left arm reaches to the ceiling. I like to slide the hand down the leg. Sometimes if your hand isn't there, you end up leaning too far over. But it also helps to kind of like push that right hand down and lengthen through that top arm. So I'm stretching like the side of the waist. Awesome. And then come all the way back up. Let's stretch your quads. So just stand if you need to balance and grab onto something, please do so. You're going to reach back. Let's do the same hand and the same foot. Sometimes if you're grabbing with the opposite hand, the knee starts to turn out and you're not really stretching the front of the thigh, your quad. So I'm going to do same hand, same foot if I can. I'm just going to hold there. If you can't do this, maybe your foot is kind of behind you, like on the couch or even like on a chair. Good. I'm just going to flip around and then switch legs. So the knee is kind of pointing down. So if I'm facing forward, I can balance. You want the thigh to point straight down to the floor, not out to the side. So really stretching the front of that left thigh. Okay, so now all the way up. Let's just do our forward fold. Arms are just going to reach out to the sides. And you're just going to round forward. Ooh, my back is tight. And then reach down. So however flexible you are, maybe your hands are on your shins, maybe they're on your ankles, maybe they're on the floor. Instead of really rounding through your spine, almost kind of feel like you're sticking your butt and your chest out. So your back is pretty flat. What that does is it really lengthens the back of the leg. Instead, most people just kind of round and they're like, oh, I want to touch the floor, but their back is really round. So you're not really stretching your hamstrings. So you can really press your hands into the shins or even into your knees and then really lengthen and then press out. So I think about like the whole back of the leg like a rubber band. So you want to be stretching the rubber band. If your pelvis is tucked under, the rubber band gets shorter and you're not really stretching it. One more breath. Okay, come all the way down to off fours and let's just do a little cat-cow. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and then scoop it around your spine, kind of stretching your back. Inhale, drop everything down, open the chest, look forward. 3 more, exhale, round. Inhale, open. 2 more. So just kind of warming up your spine, warming up your back. Inhale, drop it down. Last one, scooping around. Inhale, drop it down. Good. Let's just step your right foot forward into a lunge. This is totally up to you. If you feel comfortable with the back knee down or the back knee up, I'm going to leave that up to you. Just see how it feels good for your body. Either hands can stay on the mat. You can come up to your thigh. We're just focusing on stretching the front of that left hip. Okay, 1 more big breath. You're going to send your hips back, straighten your right leg as much as you can. Again, instead of rounding your chest or rounding your spine, try to lengthen through. Ooh, this is tight. Lengthen through your back. Good, and then if you're really close and you want to go for it, grab the foot, pull back so you can also stretch your calf. Okay, 1 more breath. And then go ahead and switch. Left foot reaches forward, send your hips forward. Either knee is down or knee is up, hands are down or hands are on your thigh. Just see what feels best for your body. It's also with the hands up, you're having to balance a lot. So just take a moment, see what feels good for your body. All right, hands come back down, straighten that left leg, flex the foot. Again, try to stick your butt in your chest. Oh, that's so tight. Butt in your chest out. And then if you really want to go for it, grab the toes, pull back, stretch your calf. Okay, just a couple more stretches here. So you're going to come into a child's pose. I like to do knees wide, hands forward, and then just sink your chest down. So really inchworm the fingertips forward so you can really stretch your shoulders. Walk the hands over to the right. So you're kind of stretching the left side of your body. Left like lat, maybe even low back, or maybe even like the left side, obliques. And then walk your hands over to the right. So I feel this in like my armpit and lat, a little bit in my low back, and then a lot in the side body. And then last stretch here, we're going to reach that left arm under and we're going to twist. So I'm pushing the arm down into the mat and I'm rotating my chest up to the ceiling. And then switch sides. Right arm underneath. Push that right arm down into the mat and really rotate it open. Okay, and then come on back up. Okay, hopefully you're like a little looser. All right, really quick anatomy. You've got different parts of your abs. You've got the six-pack abs that goes up and down. It basically helps to kind of like forward fold or like crunches. You've got the sides of the waist, which are your obliques, which help to twist you and then side bend. Underneath all of that, the muscle, if you actually look it up, it's called your transverse abdominis. It looks like a corset. So that kind of like whenever it engages, it cinches your waist in and your waist gets like smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. It's really, really important, especially if you're sitting for long periods of time. That guy doesn't get engaged and it starts to mess everything up. So sit however it's comfortable, one hand on your tummy. So inhale, kind of like push the tummy out, and exhale, pull the abs in. Inhale, push it out. And exhale, pull it in. One more like that. Inhale, push it out. And exhale, pull it in. Hands on the sides of the waist. Inhale, kind of expand like a balloon. And exhale, pull everything in. So you're like blowing up the balloon. And then deflate the balloon. Whatever cue makes most sense to you. One more. And wrap. Good. So we always have that idea of cinching around the waist and pulling the abs in pretty much the whole time. So we want to get to this point where we're not having to push the stomach out anymore. We're just engaging through the abs. And then instead of breathing through your belly button, we're breathing through the ribs. So you're still wrapping the whole time. You can even, sometimes I poke around and make sure your abs are engaged. And breathing through the ribs. Maybe one more like that. Okay, with that in mind, you're going to lay down on your back. And let's start with like a little abs here. So arms are pressing into the floor. From here, try to find that same thing. 2 breaths. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, abs pull in. Obliques pull in. Inhale, expand. And exhale, pull everything in. Do a couple of breaths with the abs still engaged. So just poke around. Inhale, one more. Make sure everything's still engaged. And exhale. Okay, let's add a little leg movement. So as you exhale, pull the abs in. You're going to bring the right leg up. Bend to the knee, bend to the hip. We call it tabletop. Inhale it down. Exhale, switch. If it's helpful to keep the hands on the waist, you can keep them there. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So every time you exhale, maybe cinch the waist in tighter. Whenever you inhale, keep it engaged, but breathe through the ribs. Couple more. Let's leave the left leg up. On the next exhale, you're going to bring the right leg up to meet it. Good. Similar and different, we're going to do toe taps. Inhale, tap the right foot down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, left. exhale, lift. So as I'm doing this, I'm inhale, lower the leg, exhale to lift. Keep going. Your back doesn't move at all. Bring my arms up just so you can see. So my pelvis isn't moving, my low back isn't moving, my spine isn't moving. So I'm using my abs not only to move the legs, but to keep my pelvis really, really still. So I'm using the abs pretty much the entire time to, one, help me to move, and then two, also to stabilize. One more each leg. Last one. I'll keep my arms up so you can see my back. So from here, you're going to inhale both legs down just a little bit. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, 3. Exhale, lift. Inhale, 4. Exhale, lift. So I'm using my abs to help control the legs. 5. And then also to prevent my pelvis from moving. 6. 7. If your hip flexors start to go, really squeeze the legs together. Get your inner thighs to work. 2 more. 9. Last one. 10. And hug your knees and relax. Okay, so we're going to build on abdominal strengthening. You're going to bring your legs back into tabletop. Just leave them there. We're going to add a little bit of the upper body. Arms are going to reach forward. Think about using your upper abs to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up and off the mat. So from here, my arms are reaching forward. I'm also kind of squeezing through my armpits and lats, and I'm pulling the abs in. I'm going to inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 5 counts. Inhale for 5 counts. And exhale for 5 counts. One more. Inhale for 5. And exhale for 5. And then relax. Okay. We're going to do what's called the 100. So you're pumping the arms up and down. You're going to do 100 pumps. That's why it's called the 100. And then we're going to continue with that breath pattern. We inhale for 5 counts, and then we exhale for 5 counts. Good. So you're going to leave the legs into tabletop. Reach the arms forward. Curl your chest up super high. So you're not rounding through the shoulders. The shoulder blades are pressing down. Abs are pulled in. Shoulder blades are off the mat. Good. And start pumping the arms. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. And exhale, 2, 3. Really nice. This is 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. If this ever bothers your neck at all, exhale. You can just lay your head down. 6. That's totally fine. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. And exhale, 2, 3. 2 more, and 9. And exhale. Last one, 10. And exhale, 4, 5, and relax. Hug the knees in, drop your head down, relax. Okay, so your abs are nice and warm. We're going to start to fire the backs of the legs. So press your feet down into the mat. Maybe they're about hip bone distance apart. You're going to press your arms down too. So as you exhale, pull the abs in first. You're going to tuck your pelvis under, kind of flatten your low back, squeeze your booty, and then roll the hips up to the ceiling. So make sure that you're not super high or you're not too low. So you want to be in like a diagonal from like my shoulders, my ribs, my hips, my knees. Reach out through the knees and then gently roll back down. Inhale with your butt down. Exhale, abs pull in, squeeze your booty, roll it up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, 2, roll it back down. So I'm firing my glutes, my hamstrings. I'm pulling the abs in. I'm pressing the shoulder blades down. Inhale, and then exhale, roll it down. Good, let's do 3 more. So abs pull in, fire your glutes, reach out through the knees, 3. And then exhale, roll it back down. 2 more. Exhale, roll up 2. So you're still wrapping through the waistline. Don't arch your back at the top. Okay, next one, we're going to roll up and hold. Kind of like we did earlier for your abs. I'm going to walk the feet a little closer together. Pelvis stays still as we bring your right leg into tabletop. Step it down and switch left. So my glutes are engaged. 3. My pelvis is still. 4. Wrap through the waistline. Find the abs. 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Good. And 9. And 10. Can we bring the right leg back? We're going to leave the right leg here because you maybe extend it up to the ceiling. Flex or point your foot up to you. Squeeze your left booty and you're going to do little pulses up and down. 3, 4, 10 here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, lower the leg down, left leg to the ceiling, squeeze that right butt cheek, little pulses up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you got it. 7, 9, and 10. Lower the foot down and then roll it back down. Very nice. Hug the knees into your chest, take a little second. Okay, let's do one more series here, laying on your back. We're gonna do series of 5. There's 5 different movements or 5 different exercises. Eventually, we wanna get to this place where we're doing them all in a row. We are gonna take breaks today. So bring your legs in a tabletop. If you can, use those upper abs again, curl up high, head down totally if you need. Hug that right knee in and then switch legs. So inhale and exhale. This is 3. So abs are pulled in the whole time. 4. Shoulders are kind of relaxed. 5. So we're not up here. We're really just dropping them down. 6 and 7. Keep going. 8 and 9 and 10 and 10. Hug the knees in, head down, relax. Okay, double leg stretch. We'll do a set of 10. The first 5, we'll just do the legs, and the second 5, we're going to add the arms. Bring your legs in a tabletop. Reach the arms forward, curl up high. Inhale the legs straight, exhale they bend. 5. Inhale, 4 and 3. So they're pretty high, so try not to move your back or your pelvis. 1 more. Okay, we're going to add the arms. So the arms swing back, not too far. You're going to circle, there's my wall, circle and bend the knees. Inhale, stretch, exhale, pull in. This is 3 and in. 2 more, 2 and in. Last one, 1 and in and relax. Good. So there was a moment there, I have all these neck issues, that I started to feel my neck kind of go in. So if you're curled up to just here, you're not really using your abs, you're just using your neck. So think about really folding like up and over your ribs. It's hard to curl up, but the higher you curl up, the more abs you'll use and a little bit less of the neck that you'll use. Okay, let's try single straight leg. Both legs back up, curl up high, right leg up, left leg up. I'd rather have the leg here, both legs straight, versus here with the leg bent. You're gonna start to scissor. 10, 10, and 2, and 2, and 3, and 3, and 4. So this is a little extra hamstring stretch. 5 and 6. Legs are as straight as you can. 7, 8, 9. One more each side. 10, 10, and relax. Let's keep the head down for this next one. Arms are pressing into the mat. Think about not only pressing your hands down, but press your shoulder blades down. Legs up to the ceiling and turned out. Bent knees if you need for your hips or your low back. We're going to inhale, lower just a few inches. Exhale to lift. 10. Inhale, 2. So you want to keep your pelvis really still. 3. Because a lot of people do this and their legs are really big, which think like it looks cool, but you're using your back and you're not really using your abs. Good, let's do 5 more. And 5. Squeeze, lift. 4. Squeeze, find the low abs. 3. Squeeze, lift. 2 more. 2. Squeeze, lift. The last one. 1. And then hug the knees in. All right, take a little moment. Let's go into a little side lying series for your side booty. So you're gonna lay all the way on your right side. I know I don't have a mat. I know it's crazy, but the mat moves around a lot on the carpet. So as you lay on your side, you're gonna line your back up with the edge of the mat. So my butt, my shoulders, and my bottom head is up in line with the mat. And I'm gonna hold the top hip down. So I wanna pull the abs in, lift up slightly to the bottom rib cage and oblique, so it's kind of floating. We're gonna keep the feet together and then do a little clamshells. 2. So really working side booty. 3, 4. So you're using your abs to stabilize. 6. Nothing else moves. 7. Squeeze the side of your butt. 8 and 9 and 10. You're going to float the feet up, do the exact same thing. So just the feet are floating. So it's called elevated clamps. 3 and 4 and 5. Good. You got it. And 6 and 7, 8. 2 more. And 9. And 10. We're going to lay the legs down. We're going to do hydrants. So kind of doggy-to-fire hydrant. 2, 3. So the leg is parallel to the ground. 4. As it comes up and down. 5. And the knee remains bent. 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9, 10. Okay, we're going to do kind of the same thing, but you're going to extend the leg out and do little lifts up and down here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So keep reaching out long to the heel. 8. 2 more. 9, 10. You're going to swing it forward slightly. Do the exact same thing. Lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, my butt's already on fire, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try to do the same thing. So we get back slightly, try not to roll back, get the foot behind you and pulse it up again. 2, 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, 10, relax like a really quick second. Okay, let's try some circles. It's pretty small. We're gonna reach it forward slightly. We're gonna do little circles here. 2, 3, 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, 10, and then just finish with the other direction. 10, and 2, and 3, and 4. So pull the abs in. 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and relax. Good. Take a little moment, tap your hip out. Okay, before we do the other side, we're gonna do something laying on your tummy. I always like to do that to give your butt like a little bit of a break before we switch sides. Okay, totally switching gears. The muscles that we're gonna try to work are all of these in like your mid to kind of upper back, but not the neck. So from here, we're gonna be laying on your tummy and we're gonna do what's called an extension. So I'm trying to lift the chest and almost kind of do like a little reverse crunch with my upper body. And then we're gonna do what's called T's and Y's. So the arms are out to the side. I'm using my back muscles to like lift the arms. I'm trying not to use my neck. These are actually really hard. And then we're gonna reach the arms up to kind of like a Y position. Thumbs are reaching up to the ceiling. Your shoulder blades are drawing down the back and you're trying to do the same thing. That one gets really tricky for me. So sometimes I end up just keeping the T position, so I'm not getting into the neck. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay down on your tummy. All right, so one hand is over the other. You're gonna lay your forehead onto the hands. I'm gonna start by pressing the arms down into the floor, and I'm gonna think about lifting my chest up. I'm not lifting my head. I'm more floating my chest off the floor, and then I'm gonna lower back down. So I'm using my like mid upper back muscles to lift up. So my legs should be relaxed. Ooh, that's much harder. So a lot of times people squeeze your butt and use your low back, and then we end up lifting up really high, which looks really nice, but we want to really isolate your upper back and then back down. Let's do a few more like that. So you're squeezing like mid back. Ladies, it's around like bra line. Think about drawing your shoulder blades down and together. Okay, one more. And lift up. And then back down. Okay, so can we add your arms? So glue your forehead to your hands. As you exhale, same thing, but the arms come up and then back down. Good, exhale, lift, 2, and back down. These are much harder because you're now having to lift the weight of your arms. And 4. Let's try 4 more. If this is too heavy with the arms, just do the upper body. 4. 3 more. And 3. Last 2. 2. Last 1. 1. And then relax. Okay, I'm gonna hit my wall. Arms up to the side, thumbs to the ceiling. Normally lay your head down onto the floor. I'm gonna keep my head up slightly just so you can hear me. So thumbs are up. Take a moment, maybe shoulder blades together a little bit and squeeze the middle of your back. And you're gonna try to really small, lift the arms off the floor. 3, 4, 5. So it's not a very big range of motion. 6. We're just strengthening the middle of your back. 8, 2 more. 9, and 10. And then relax. Okay, same thing, a Y position. Super wide, very, very wide Y. Thumbs to the ceiling. Draw your shoulder blades together and down. Question mark. And then try to do the same thing. 2, 3, 4. These are so hard. 5, 6. If you're starting to creep into your neck, swing the arms out to the sides if you can. 2 more. 9, and 10. Good. Press back into a really quick child's pose. Take a moment and stretch. Those are going to be really, really important muscles to strengthen to kind of prevent that kind of like forward rounding moment. Okay, let's lay on your left side because we have the other leg. So your bottom half is aligned up. I'm sorry, your bottom half, I guess it really makes sense. The bottom arm, shoulder, and hips are lined up with the edge of the mat. And you're going to lay all the way down. top hand on the hip, and really press. You can pull the abs in and lift up to the waistline. And then you're going to do a little, show my AirPod in, clams. 3, 4, good. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, 10. You're going to float the feet up, do the same thing. 10, and 2, and 3, and 4. Good. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, 10. Lay the legs down, and then you're going to do your hydrant. So the knee is bent. It just goes up and down. 4. Keep going. And 5, and 6, and 7, 8. 2 more. 9, and 10. You're going to extend the leg out. Do kind of the same thing. It's pretty small. It just goes up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6. Abs are still pulling in. Spine is long. And 9, and 10. Swing it forward slightly. Do the same thing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, 10. Swing it back slightly. Little pulses here. 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9, 10. You're going to swing it forward. No breaks. 10 circles. 2, 3. Take a break if you need that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Other direction. 4, 10. Oh, it's on fire. 3, 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9, 10. And relax. Good. Roll over to your back. Do your little figure 4 stretch on the side that we just worked. We'll stretch the other side as well. Ooh, glutes. And then you're going to switch. So when we do our side lying series, we're working more side booty, which is going to be really helpful for like stabilization of your knee and your hip. What I want to focus on next is going to be more glute max, which is like the meatier part of your butt and your hamstring, so the back of the thigh. So from here, we're going to come to an all-fours position. Different positions, totally up to you. You can come down to your forearms. You can come up to your hands. Sometimes I even switch to the knuckles because sometimes it just bothers my wrist to be on all fours for a long period of time. We're going to continue to face this way. We just worked the right leg, so I want to work on the left leg first. So hands underneath your shoulders. If you're coming down to your elbows, you can do hands together or hands apart. I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm going to just switch to my knuckles. The legs are going to come together. Okay, take that moment. You're pulling the abs in, drawing your shoulder blades down. So the upper back muscles that we worked earlier, those guys are working. Our abs are pulling in. I'm going to extend the left leg back. Okay, from here, we're going to lower lift the leg 10 times. Up and down. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8. So just straight leg goes up and down. And 10. We're going to add the inner thigh. So the leg crosses, taps, and back to center. And 2, and lift. 3. So I'm using my abs to stabilize. 4, squeezing the glutes. 5, use the upper inner thigh. 6, and 7, 8, 2 more. And 9, and 10. Bring the leg back through center, and then we're going to bend the knee. I like to flex the foot. You're going to swing the leg down, and then up. 2. So think more about the thigh swinging. 3, and a lift. 4, and lift. 5, and press. 6, and press. 7, 8, 2 more. And 9. Good, you're going to lift and hold little pulses up and down. So think footprint to the ceiling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then relax it back down. Okay, same exact thing on the other side. Right leg goes back behind you, lengthen through the spine. The leg just goes up and down. 2, so my pelvis, hopefully, is really still. 4, 5, reaching out through the toes. 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, 10, you're going to cross, tap inner thigh, and a lift. 2, so glute, hamstring, inner thigh. 3, 4, good, keep going. And 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 2 more. 9, 10, lift and hold, bend the knee, flex the foot, swing that leg forward and up. 2, this is where the back really starts to go. 3, so keep pulling the abs in. 4, And you're more squeezing your booty to lift the leg. 6. Awesome, you got it. 7 and 8. Almost there. 9. Lift and hold, little pulses up and down 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then relax. Good. Take a little moment, shake out the upper body. Okay, so building on that, so we're going to add a little bit of our arm to help kind of stabilize or check your shoulder stabilization. Come to all fours, your hands are down. You're going to reach the left leg back behind you, and then you're going to kind of inchworm the right arm out. So the right arm is out, you're drawing that shoulder blade down. Take a moment, scoop up with the abs, and you're going to lift the leg. So can we hold here? Reach out through the fingertips, reach out through the toes. Can we hold this position with your torso as you lower lift the arm and leg? 2, 3, 4. So just the arm and leg moves. 5. Everything else is still. 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Gotta focus. 9. Lift and hold. Little pulses up and down 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax it back down. Same thing other side. I like to start with the leg out. Find the balance. Inchworm the left arm. Move forward. Arm reaches out. When you're ready, leg lifts up. Find your length, and then you're going to lower lift the arm and leg. 2. Really focus. 3. Don't fall over. 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. 2 more. And 9. Lift and hold. Pulse that arm and leg up to the ceiling 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then relax. Press back into a little child's pose. Take a little moment. Okay. So, couple more things for your abs. I'm a bad Pilates instructor because I realized just now, this happens to me all the time. It also happens in class. That I did the whole series of 5 earlier. Remember that from the beginning? We did this. We did this. This is number 2. We did this, which is number 3. We did this, which is number 4. And then for some odd reason, I forgot number 5, which it's actually going to work out really well here because I want to give your upper body a break because we are going to finish with planks. So let's go into the 5th one, which for most people are going to feel the most, which is going to feel like the most familiar. So we're going to go back to your back. Here we go. Legs in a tabletop, hands behind the head. You're going to extend the left leg out. So we're going to do a little crisscross bicycle twist. So elbow passes the knee if you can. Look out to the other side of the room, and you're going to rotate. And 2, and rotate. 3, and switch. And 4. So keep your chest really open. So you're more so rotating your ribs and shoulders. 7, and 8, and 9. Good. Let's do one more extra set. 4, 10. Done. And 2, 2, and 3, 3, and 4. So really rotate. Almost there. 5, and 6. You got it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, and relax. Hug the knees in, head down. Normally you just do one set of 10, but since we kind of broke it up, let's not get an extra set of 10. Okay, final thing here, let's finish with our plank series. I always call this like your grand finale. So we're going to start on the forms. The most important thing about your plank is the positioning. You want to use your abs. You want to make sure that your back isn't arching. So depending on what your level is, you have a couple different options. So either hands down and knees down. So your hips are slightly forward. So I'm not arching to the back at all. I'm really stabilizing. So I find my glutes and my abs and my lats. That's one option. Option 2 is you can come all the way down to your elbows and your knees. So your body, your torso is in one long line. Option 3 is you stay on your elbows and you lift up. This is where the back starts to arch. So really suck your tummy up, tuck your pelvis, squeeze your booty, squeeze your legs together. So everything is working more than just your abs. And then option 3 is your full plank. Okay, whatever position works best for you, we're going to do a 10-second hold and we'll see what happens from there. So Pick your poison. I'll start up into the full plank, and you're going to hold here. Abs are scooping in, squeeze your glutes, find your lats. Good. I'm going to count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Take a little moment. Perfect. No matter what position that you're in, you're just going to start to swivel the hips back and forth to get a little bit of your obliques. So I'll demonstrate this in our full plank. So you're going to push all the way back to whatever plank position that you're in. You're going to do it's really small and subtle, a baby swivel back and forth, kicking your obliques. And keep switching. This is kind of weird for your toes, so just be careful. 4, 5, 5, and 6, 6, and 7, 7, and 8, and 8. 2 more. 9, 9. One more each side. 10, 10, and relax. Drop back into your child's pose. Reach the arms forward. Take a moment and stretch. Very nice. Let's repeat a couple of these stretches that we did earlier. Right foot steps forward. Hands either down or on your thigh. Send your hips forward to stretch the front of that left hip. Good. You're going to send your hips back. Try to straighten your right leg. Stick your booty out. Maybe grab the toes. Very nice. Go ahead and just switch legs. Step your left foot forward. Hips forward. Maybe come up to the thigh. Send your hips back. Straighten that left leg. Kind of, ooh, this is so tight. Flex your foot. Stick your booty out and maybe grab the toes. Awesome. Let's go ahead and go into that little twisty. So left arm reaches under, maybe right arm reaches out. You can do butt down on the heels or maybe butt up to the ceiling. And then switch sides. And then maybe one more deep shoulder stretch, hips up to the ceiling, drop your chest down to the floor. And then come back up. All right, you made it. Great, great job today. That was part 1 of our Pilates for people who sit for work. I totally get that. Hopefully you're a little more open to the shoulders, your abs are engaged, the backs of the legs are engaged. Stay tuned for part 2, which is going to be a really quick 10-minute stretch series that you can do at your desk or on your break. Thanks for joining. My name is Christina, and I'll see you next time. Aloha.